दिनांक 13 जून 2021, BCom भाग 3, सेमिस्टर 6, बिझनेस एन्व्हायरमेंट, व्यावसायिक पर्यावरण, सत्र 2. खूप अंतराने आपण आज आपल्या विषयाकडे बोलतोय. आपण यापूर्वी पाहिलेलं आहे या 2ऱ्या सत्रामध्ये उदारीकरण म्हणजे काय, उदारीकरणाची भारतातील अंमलबजावणी, त्याचबरोबर खाजगीकरण म्हणजे काय, खाजगीकरणाची भारतातील अंमलबजावणी, खाजगीकरणाचे भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्थेवरील अनुकूल व प्रतिकूल परिणाम. आपण अनुकूल परिणाम पाहिलेले आहेत यापूर्वी, की ग्राहकांचा फायदा होतो, आर्थिक विकास वेगाने होतो, राखीव उद्योग जे आहेत त्यांची संख्या या ठिकाणी कमी झाली, निर्गुंतवणूक करण्यात आली, इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर वाढलं, शिक्षणावरती चांगला परिणाम झाला. हे सगळे चांगले परिणाम आपण पाहिले. पण खाजगीकरणाचे प्रतिकूल परिणामही आपल्या अर्थव्यवस्थेवरती होतात, झालेले आहेत. अनफेवरेबल इम्पॅक्ट ऑफ प्रायव्हेटायझेशन ऑन इंडियन इकॉनॉमी, भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्थेवरती कोणते प्रतिकूल परिणाम झाले. विच आर दी ॲडव्हर्स इफेक्ट्स ऑन इंडियन इकॉनॉमी ऑफ प्रायव्हेटायझेशन. देर इज some favorable impact, some good impact of privatization in Indian economy. Same way, on the other side, there is adverse effects also occurs in Indian economy. First of all is agriculture. On Indian agriculture, there is adverse effects occurs on the agriculture sector on Indian economy. The part of GDP in Indian economy of agriculture was 55% in the year of 1950 and 51, and after the policy accepting of privatization from 1991, this part of GDP of agriculture was gradually downwards. Gradually, this part of agriculture in the GDP, total GDP of our country, was decreasing gradually. So, in the year of 1913 and 14, in the year of 1913 and 14, the part of agriculture in the GDP of India was reached up to the 13% of GDP of India. In the year of 1951, this part of agriculture in the GDP in India was that time 55%, and after the policy of privatization, when we accepting and implemented from 1991, since 1991 it's slowed down up to the 13% of 1913 and 40. In the year of 1913 and 40, it's reached at the level of only 13%. So this was the so much adverse effects on Indian agriculture by this policy of privatization. There is also modern technology accepted in India, in Indian agriculture, chemical fertilizers, then irrigation facilities, modern technology, and the use of modern technology is growing, and agriculture becomes a capitalist agriculture. This modern technology, when we implement in the agriculture, this is only this only by the landlord or rich farmers. This modern technology accepted by the rich farmers. No, the marginal farmers and poor farmers cannot accept this modern technology in the agriculture sector. So the small and marginal farmers declining their income, and they cannot do this capitalist agriculture. They do not buy this pesticides and fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, irrigation facilities, tractors. They do not uh, buy this modern technology, because their income level was very poor, and that's why mm, the rich farmers becomes more rich, and the poor farmers become more poor, because this policy of privatization. And the second adverse effect or unfavorable impact of privatization on Indian economy in agriculture sector, sorry, all sector, the economic inequality is growing. The ratio of inequality on Indian economy is growing. Income economic inequality. This technological changes, this in the agriculture sector, the in the privatization policy, the rich farmers become more and more rich, and agricultural labor and small farmers and marginal farmers cannot accept this modern technology and capitalist agriculture policy. They do not accepting the no capacity of these poor farmers to accept this modern technology, and that's why rich farmers becomes high rich, and poor farmers becomes very poor in this process. And industrialists, those who are industrialists, as like uh, Tata, Birla, Ambani, Adani, these houses of industrialists growing more and more rich. They becomes more and more rich, and the labors also becomes poor and poor level. They do not get proper income, proper wage from this industrial sector, and that's why some of the peoples are becomes very rich, and most of the peoples, laborers and common peoples, are becomes very poor and poor. In the list of crores of income, who belongs crores of income in the world, the list of 100 rich people in the world, the Indians are 20 Indian industrialists are inclusive in that list. It is clear that income inequality in India are growing in our country because of this policy of privatization of since 1991. This is adverse effect on Indian economy. The growing economic inequality in our country, poor becomes more poor and rich people becomes more and more rich. It is indicator of growing economic inequality. And third one is private monopoly in industry sector and agriculture sector and service sectors. Because of this privatization policy since 1991, the adverse effect is the Indian economy, that is private monopoly is growing and growing. Some industrialists becomes very rich because of this privatization. He The income level of some peoples, some industrialists, the income level are growing and growing. So they belongs crores of rupees property, and in unorganized sector labors, their wage level is very low in compare with the inflation of Indian economy, and that's why they cannot uh, get life satisfaction. The standard of living is decreasing of these poor people because of this private monopoly. Some industrialists are become very rich, some peoples are become very rich, and uh, they also these people, their monopoly, they state this their monopoly in the water supply, gas supply, oil pump, petrol and diesel pump, milk supply. These essential services, essential goods and services, the rich people or some people, mm, they became monopolist in this sector. And fourth adverse effect is exploitation of industrial labor. In the privatization of since 1991, the labors also, the labors law, government, Indian government, the implementation of labors law, they are improved. They get improvement, modern improvement in the labor law. That's why the defense of labors are at the level of very low, and that's why in unorganized sector labors growing and growing, they do not have any coverage, any facilities of wages and other facilities. They did not get know their proper salary. Contract laborers ratio increasing, and they do not get any security by the industrialists, by the producers, by the owners of factories. They did not get any facilities, any social securities, like pensions, insurance, or the hospital facility by the owners, they did not get. But the owners also opened the policy of VRS, voluntary retirement scheme, and they started the private policy, contract labor policy. They accepted, and the exploitation of labor are growing and growing. So there is no any social security for the laborers, and so many peoples are living low living standard and low income level, and the poor people are also face day to day problems in their social and family life. And the another adverse effect of on Indian economy, there is no efficiency of private industry. It is said that the government projects, government factories are inefficient, becomes inefficient because nobody owner in the government sector. Government is owner, and that's why the projects or factories of government cannot run as efficient method, and that's why there is criticism on this government project or government sector in the industry. And after 1991, government has accepted the policy of privatization of the government projects. After privatization of government projects and factories in the private sector, when they are run by the private industrialists, private owners, there is no experience of improvement of this industry as the efficient manner. No 100% experience of these private industries, the efficient manner they can run. No 100% report. Uh, so many factories and so many industries are going also in private sector in efficient manner. So many. So the it is said that the in the private sector industries are run by efficient manner. It is not 100% experience of this industrial sector of our country. Efficiency not come in this project, and that's why this is criticism, this is adverse effect of Indian economy. Then another adverse effect of Indian economy on Indian economy, that is uh, the private sector has run by the profit motive to earn maximum and maximum profit, to earn more and more money. The all social life, the all industrial life or agriculture sector, that is one motive, one goal, to earn more and more profit, more and more income, more and more money. And that's why the all in the economic atmosphere in the Indian economy has totally spoiled. Only there is a money centered economy, and that's why no social security in the economy. And in the public sector, there is the role of public sector drawn by the government after 1991, and that's why peoples, common peoples are suffered from this policy of our government, and the poor people also deprived from the social and economic facilities by the government. The 7 point of adverse effects of privatization policy on Indian economy, that is improper use of disinvestment money. Since 1991, government has accepted disinvestment policy, and since 1991 to 1919, in the year of 19, the near about 18 years it is experience that by this disinvestment policy, government has earned 57 crores of rupees of the privatization policy. Disinvestment policy, government has earned near about more than 57,000 of 57,000 crores of rupees from this disinvestment policy. But the government has earned this money from disinvestment policy, disinvestment of the public sector factories, projects. But this amount government has spent in the annual budget revenue deficit. To fill up this revenue deficit of annual budget, government has utilization this amount. So it is occurs only the pressure of World Bank and IMF. And that's why the main objective of this investment policy was not come into practical, and this amount will be spent by the government to fill up the deficit, revenue deficit of the annual budget, and it is not expected this decision of government. And another unfavorable impact of this policy is the government project was sold by the government at the lowest price. There is it is said that one example at the time of this starting period of privatization policy, disinvestment policy, there is a hotel, Ashoka Hotel of the government, five-star hotel, Ashoka Hotel. It is said that the price of this Ashoka Hotel in the market at the current price level at that time was near about 75 crores rupees, and government has this five-star hotel sold only 35 crores rupees. Means it is criticism, it is totally wrong method. That is the government project sold by the government at the lowest price, and it is loss of our country. It is not accepted at this type of loss. Then another example has been given at the Balco company. Government has sold this Balco company, which was in the profit, which was sold by the government at the amount of 550 crores rupees. 550 crores rupees amount sold by the Balco to the private sector by the central government, and also it is criticized by the economists and uh, political leader, social leader in our country, that there is not proper price. This is 550 crores rupees. This is lowest price, criticized by the political leaders and economists also in our country. And another adverse effect is other losses. Because of this privatization policy, this we have seen these losses and adverse effects. And another effects also, another losses also occurs in our country. So many malpractices in the disinvestment policy and the privatization policy, the bureaucracy. These government projects are purchased by the great retired bureaucrats in our country and relatives of politicians of our country. So this is malpractices totally of this government uh, method of this privatization or disinvestment policy. So there are so many other effects, other losses of our economy by this privatization policy. The government has not take proper care of the implementation of this privatization policy. अशा पद्धतीनं हे सर्व टीका आहेत, तोटे आहेत, दोष आहेत, प्रतिकूल परिणाम आहेत प्रायव्हेटायझेशन पॉलिसीचे. शेती क्षेत्रावर झाले. शेती क्षेत्राचा एकूण GDP मधला हिस्सा 13% कमी झाला, 55% देशात आर्थिक विषमता वाढली. देशातील आर्थिक विषमता वाढली, मोठ्या प्रमाणावरती श्रीमंत अधिक श्रीमंत झाले, गरीब अधिक गरीब झाले. असं म्हणतात की पाऊस नेहमी जास्त समुद्रावर पडतो. पाऊस नेहमी जास्त समुद्रावर पडतो. म्हणजे जिथं आवश्यकता नाही तिथं पाऊस पडतो. आणि जिथं कोरडी जमीन आहे, शेती केली जाते, तिथं कोरड्या जमिनीवरती जे जमीन लागवडी खाण्याला तिथे मात्र पाऊस पडत नाही. म्हणजेच या खाजगीकरणाचा लाभ श्रीमंतांना अधिक झाला. श्रीमंत अधिक श्रीमंत झाले, गरीब अधिक गरीब बनले. आर्थिक असमानता वाढली. जगातल्या अब्जाधीशांच्या यादीमध्ये 10-20 पेक्षा जास्त भारतीय समाविष्ट आहेत पहिल्या 100च्या यादीत. पण भारत हा एक गरीब देश आहे जगातला, हेही खरं. दारिद्र्य रेषेखाली राहणाऱ्या लोकांची संख्या इथं जास्त आहे आपल्या देशामध्ये. हे कशाचं द्योतक आहे? आर्थिक विषमता वाढल्याच द्योतक आहे. त्यामुळे काही योग्य झालं नाही. प्रायव्हेटायझेशनचा हा परिणाम, प्रायव्हेट मोनोपॉली, खाजगी मक्तेदारी निर्माण झाली. काही मुठभर लोकांची अर्थव्यवस्थेत मक्तेदारी निर्माण झाली, त्यांनीच जास्त फायदा घेतला. एक्सप्लॉयटेशन, कामगारांचं हे झालं, शोषण झालं जास्त. असंघटित क्षेत्रात कमी पगारावर त्यांना काम करावं लागलं आणि कार्यक्षम राहिले नाहीत. हे खाजगी उद्योगसुद्धा कार्यक्षमतेने चालतातच असे नाही. म्हणजे कार्यक्षमता आणि खाजगीकरण याचा फारसा सहसंबंध नाही अशी टीका होते. लाभ हेतूचा प्रभाव आहे खाजगीकरणामध्ये. त्यानंतर त्या खाजगीकरणामुळं, निर्गुंतवणुकीमुळं मिळालेल्या पैशाचा योग्य वापर केला नाही अशी टीका केली जाते गव्हर्नमेंटवरती. कमी किमतीला विकले हे प्रोजेक्ट, आपल्याच नातेवाईकांना वगैरे विकले अशी टीका यावरती केली जाते. जे प्रोजेक्ट विकले कमी किमतीला ते हेतुपुरस्सर विकले, संबंधितांना विकले, आपल्याच नातेवाईकांना आणि नोकरीशांना विकले अशी टीका केली जाते. तर हे प्रतिकूल परिणाम खूप आहेत सांगण्यासारखे. पण वेळेअभावी आपण इथंच थांबूया. धन्यवाद.